Let's try that again. Could have probably played that a little bit better, and I made a few mistakes. But I think probably I'm preaching to the choir here when I say this is Sammy Lawhorn style playing, and Sammy was one of the greatest and coolest blues guitarists out of Chicago ever, and really exciting player. And I decided for this lesson to look at Koko Taylor's first record for Alligator, called I Got What It Takes, and boy did she have what it takes in the whole band, especially Sammy, who just plays one amazing solo after another on it. And I mean, Sammy's on a million records. He's most famous for playing with Muddy Waters. Live at Mr. Kelly's is another heroic performance by Sammy. Junior Wells on Tap is a really good one on Delmark. And then the live version of that is on Junior Wells Live at Teresa's. I think that I Got What It Takes, and also some of the stuff off, really all of it, the stuff of Earthshaker, the second one for that Koko did, is just as good. Those have Sammy's ideas like really in a nutshell, and it's a great introduction to his amazing style. So I thought I'd do a few songs and talk about them. Here's a good one. It's called "Be What You Want to Be." This is a nice one because he's not playing so fast. He's playing slow, and he's playing phrases that really, a lot of beginners can catch on to. If you don't have a vibrato, I have this fixed pretty firmly, and I just sort of grab it. If you don't have a vibrato, you could try a real slow. See how you put it up to the top here, and then you're going to release it just about there and back. And, try to relax. Let's try that again. That has more of a vibrola arm sound than. So you hear that. Try to do that. Ooh, that was getting there, huh? It's not this. It's not the intense Luther Allison, Johnny B. Moore style vibrato and the kind of vibrato that kind of got popular with blues rock stuff. It's definitely something else entirely. Now he's bending it. It's a little flat, and he's letting it go. Now he's let it go all the way. That is the major third, right? 4th fret on the G string. So without the vibrato arm. Here's another kind of. Wow, that kind of did it. This is another little trick. I actually took my wrist off and just tried kind of like this weird floating vibrato. So these are all like cheats, and everyone's different. Do your best. So it's So, and then he does this. This is another little tag. It's like a little. This was like a sentence, and this is like the period on the sentence. you could actually slide up to the G note here on the B string, 8th fret, and bend it up a half step and back down. So this is like do 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 do. It's very melodic, you know. So that's what the notes are. What he does, and it's really, you could do this. I mean, you probably know these notes more like. Sometimes he'll do like that, but usually saves that for the 4 and the 5. But the nice thing about doing it here, you just slide into this with So Married to His Chords. Everybody knows this, right? The Eric Clapton, the kind of Robert Lockwood thing that Eric Clapton kind of popularized, you know. I'm going to assume you guys know that, right? Out of C, you slide in with the second finger. Those are the notes you're dealing with, are 10, 9, 8, 11, 10, 8. So, but the way Sammy plays it, and he does this over and over. Now, I mean, that's one thing that's good about this solo, is that it's very typical. Is he'll go, and then he'll do another little sing-songy thing, just like this is kind of sing-songy. He'll go, or, and then we just came back to the 1. So you're probably wondering what that was. 12th fret. This is, he likes to wang this one a little bit, you know, on the 10th fret. Notice how I just moved. So this is the major third of the 4 chord. So it's like okay, we're in the 4, so I'm going to play in the 4 chord. And now we're back to the 1 chord. And that's another thing that says, yes, we're really in the 1 chord, which is 12, 10, 12, B and E string. And then you just have to move your wrist. Here's that first finger bend. Pretty simple turnaround there. So that was more or less it. I noticed it's neat, like he does this riff a lot at the beginning of solos. Let's try it again. Notice how when he does that, that's like saying, everybody, we're here now. Because I like the way he kind of lands in the middle of the whatever chord he's in, right? Like, that's like the middle of your C chord. And then this is kind of the top, but not the root of your 1. He makes you wait for the 1 when you're back on the G in the 1, right? And then that is just a bending on the 10th fret of the B string. Do you see how that's basically kind of right in the middle of your D chord? And then he likes these chords a lot. back on the 1, 1, and now we're going to the 5. And then you could just go down to... So it's like he kind of went from the middle of this, and then over this, to from the 4 to the 1, it goes... So there's one solo, and it has a lot of his favorite things. So that's a very basic Sammy-ish thing, and you can fool around with trying to get a real singing, slow vibrato, slow compared to this. You know, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like this. Whoa, it sounds more like this. And it could be a little fast. Sometimes he'll really sting it fast, like... That's like a little exclamation point in his solos. But it didn't happen in this one. So let's go to another one now. Another one of Koko's really famous tunes is Trying to Make a Living. And, you know, it's just one of her signature house rock and shuffles. And the way he does that, he has a great way of beginning every one of his solos. I mean, you could listen to every one of these solos. He's got an exclamation point in the beginning. So he starts out like this. It's in D. And then goes... So he's already getting melodic and putting these little melodic tags in there. So if it's in D, this is top part of the D minor chord, right? And this is like the same things you see Freddie King do. And everyone, Luther Tucker and stuff. So it's the 7th fret. And then you got to tug this note. Tug it up. But don't bend it all the way up. Or you'll get that. You don't want that, right? And then just move your position to where your first finger is on the D on the B string. Or, and then he goes on the 4. This is the same note as this, but I think he goes here. He likes to slide in those too. It's another way to say, listen to this, dude. You know. I think it just goes. Just try sliding this down the whole step. That's kind of like a Charles Brown thing or like Earl Hooker thing, where you just are on the 11th fret and 10th fret. And then in A, he's in A. So we'll do that slow. So that. And you might want to slow it down and try that again. So that was like short and sweet, and just rocking out. So that was like kind of a basic roadmap of it. Didn't truly have the elan of it. All right, I saved one of the best ones for last. I love them all, and there's so many. I mean, we could talk about this all day. So how about Let the Good Times Roll? It's an A, and I'm going to play it real slow. So, I mean, this was, her most famous tune other than I'm a Woman. um, which doesn't have tons of guitar in it, but the intro to I'm a Woman is pretty smoking. So anyway, he tends to play these like ideas that last as long as the chord is on, and then on the next chord he has another set of ideas, and this is no exception. So simple enough, right? Now he does this a lot. Da 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 da. This is walking up to the fifth. Something like that. Let's try it again. So, isn't it neat? It started at the. It kind of starts right out of this chord, goes all the way up to here, and ends here. So. And now on the fourth. So he's a little more swinging this time and play. He's really loose and it's with picks, and I mean, he's picking it. He's not just, in a slow blues he plays lots of times a lot more slow, like on this record, and just makes it cry. But what I would do over that. So you're probably wondering what that was. That's like, you could try. I kind of like this bend. It's 3 frets up, or you could try it 2 frets. You could try it this way with the 8th fret. Or the normal way on the 7th fret. Just get your second finger behind there to help you. And then now we're back to the 1. I mean now we've made it back to the 1 with this note. And now we're on the 5. And he goes, so it's kind of like Honest I Do, right? So, but he just picks through it so fast, like, that I almost like a more streamlined way of playing it. I just sort of pick. It works, man. And then we're back to the 1. He has a lot of excitements and chills in that one, and that's probably a bit harder. I would start with like That's Why I'm Crying, Be What You Want to Be, some of the slower songs on this record, and then you can sort of play with the vibrato. Even if you don't have this, you can try a different style of vibrato to sort of, not quite the same as. That's why just getting rid of the wrist and the back of the neck can maybe help you get that kind of that odd sound that this has versus what you're used to. The main thing is try to get the hair standing on the back of your neck, and it's not easy. And Blues Never Die, that's a good one, So you get the idea. So anyway, I could go on and on. So I'm going to stop now. but you got 3 little starting points for you. And if you're a beginner, I would just start with Be What You Want to Be, and just take it one brick at a time. So hope you enjoyed this little chat about Sammy's playing on Koko's first record. We're going to keep coming back to Sammy, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And all right, be good, have fun.